Hello, my friends. This is a practical review of one of these emergency sleeping bags by someone who actually tried to use it. Okay, well, first of all, I paid, I think $16.95 for this thing. Advertised on Facebook, and I wanted it to be able to put my sleeping bag in it to just add another level of warmth under, very cold conditions, approaching, 0 degrees Celsius. Okay, so I ordered it. Now, truth is, I am 5'8" and I weigh 225 pounds, so I'm not exactly a lightweight. But I tried to use this thing on this mattress in the back of my truck camper the other night to see how it would do. It was 40 degrees, 38 degrees at night. So I got in the truck camper, unpacked it, rolled it out, and tried to get in it. Now, I generally, when I'm out, I take all my outer clothes off and just sleep in my boxer shorts and, say, a t-shirt without any socks on. I find as most comfortable, for me anyway. Well, I couldn't hardly get in it. For one thing, it's windy as heck here. It opens up here, so you've got to slide in it. And if you've got bare feet, just like saran wrap, it sticks on your naked feet, naked legs. So it's really hard to get in. And you're sitting here trying to slide down in it. Now, if I had my socks on, a pair of sweatpants or something, maybe I would have gotten right in it. But sliding down in it was impossible. Really had a hard time getting in it. With bare feet, bare legs, and all that. I did eventually get out and put on socks and found that a little easier. So, okay, I got in it, I covered up, and while I was covering myself up, it's split right here. It's split on my shoulder as I'm trying to pull it up around me. Okay, so that was a distraction. I had it laying on top of I opened up my sleeping bag first and had this laying on top. So it was cold enough later that I had to pull my sleeping bag up over to cover up that draft. Okay, so it was hard to get in. It stuck to my feet, stuck to my legs, and then it split. Okay, all that being said, I laid there and I did fall asleep. I woke up, it was 1:30, and I immediately noticed a couple very disconcerting things. Number one, it was cold. This was cold wherever it was not touching my skin, which I suppose I should have guessed that, but it's not like the heat got trapped in there and warmed the whole thing up. No, it didn't. If it wasn't right directly against my skin, it was cold. And worse than that, and I should have realized that, it was wet. The heat from your body, you've been out camping in the snow or whatever, and the heat inside of the tent collects on the top of the tent and is dripping on you. You may have experienced that. Well, that's like this thing. I should have known that would happen. But it was wet everywhere. And I mean, that was ridiculous. I couldn't take that. Like I said, around 2 o'clock, I said, to heck with this. I got out and went inside, got in bed, and slept the rest of the night. So, okay, so here's my summation. As an emergency item in your car, you run into a snowdrift, there's a wreck, you're stuck out there in freezing temperature for 12 hours, 24 hours, whatever. Okay, keep your clothes on, get in this thing, and you may survive. But be aware, the heat from your body's going to condense on it, and it may be wet on the inside. Oh, by the way, even when I woke up at 1:30 the other night, my legs were starting to get cold. So it's not like, you can go out and camp in the snow with it. No, it's not going to save you in that regard. In your car, maybe you can use it if, you're sitting in the driver's seat, if you can get in it. That's not going to be easy. You should bundle it up down in one little bit that you can put your feet into and then pull it up over top of you. But even then, you're going to have to, arch your back and your butt up in the seat to try to slide it up over you. So it's going to be inconvenient to get in it. There's going to be the moisture, and then you got to be real careful you don't split it. Now, where I bought it, I contacted them, and I just got in the mail another one. But it's strictly for emergency use. Now, maybe you could put a sleeping bag inside of it, but you better realize that if there's warm air in there outside your sleeping bag, it's going to get wet, and it could make the outside of your sleeping bag a little wet. Be aware. It has its limitations, but then again, in an emergency, it might help you out.